thing that I noticed though. Like I didn't really think too much about it. You made the comment, I think, that like we're gonna go back. You know, a year from now, Marvel will be like, "Oh, the fans have spoken. You're gonna have your old Avengers back." I was reading some of those comments, and I was like, I don't know if that's gonna happen because so many people have now grown up and have gotten into comics with these Avengers are their Avengers.
Yeah, that one comment that was made saying that they really enjoyed New Avengers, and New Avengers was their book.
But there was a couple of people who said that, and it's like that's their Avengers. That's
which is all fine. I mean, but even the New Avengers when it was rebooted under Bendis still had Iron Man and Captain America, which no current incarnation of the Avengers does have. And the Dark Avengers, I'm
thinking like
I don't know how long is Dark Avengers. Do you think really going to last?
I think it's only going to last for 12 issues. I'm assuming
I would think a year. You can't keep it going forever.
No, I'm thinking it's just going to go up until whatever they decide the next story arc is going to be,
and then it'll be scrapped or become something else.
No, I don't think it'll become something else. I just think that it'll. I don't know. Either one of two things are going to happen. After a year, that'll get canceled, or Thunderbolts will be canceled. Both of them won't be going anymore.
Yeah, both books do seem pretty redundant. I mean, they're both are like kind of the same thing. And I mean, is Thunderbolts is still being solicited in previews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they just started. They're starting it with. Andy Diggle is.
That's right.
Writer,
Andy Diggle.
So, I mean.
Well, is it? I mean. Everyone's doing this friggin' covert ops type dealio with the superheroes lately, and I don't know. I'm just getting. I am both fascinated and repulsed by it, because the Marvel universe right now is just getting darker and darker and darker, and while a Marvel universe with the bad guys kind of in charge doesn't necessarily turn me off completely. It does make for dramatic situations.
Yeah, but I think. Well, it's kind of funny that that's what Final Crisis was evil finally won. But that was in a 7-issue containing miniseries, and then it go across the entire universe.
Right.
Whereas Marvel is doing the same thing that Final Crisis, the theme of evil winning, and dealing with the repercussions for that. But that it only took 7 issues, where this is going to take years.
Well, okay, how long did the quote-unquote repercussions of Civil War last? Like, did they even last?
Well, they killed Captain America.
Okay, Captain America, but, I mean, what were the...
They unmasked Spider-Man, but then they retro...
Yeah, I mean, and then when you really think about it, the death of Captain America really wasn't... I mean, it didn't happen within the Civil War series.
Right, it was supposed to.
It was supposed to, but then they did it afterwards. Fine.
They're like, we can get $4.99
That's a total downer ending too. Which is it? I was just thinking about that. People have completely forgotten about the whole Steve Rogers angle in the Captain America books. Mm-hmm. That when we last saw the body of Captain America, it was like decomposing somehow in some strange way, and no one knew why. And they thought maybe it's because of the super soldier serum doing whatever. But people forget that Steve Rogers had a breakdown before. The super soldier serum was supposedly killing him before. Mm-hmm. And then he clone himself, or he got a new body out of the deal, is what I'm saying. And people keep acting like that's the original Steve Rogers that died, which brings me back to the whole idea. I think it was an LMD, and at some point, just like when Nick Fury disappeared for the longest time and nobody knew what happened to him, they're gonna do the similar thing with Steve Rogers, and it's gonna be fucking Bendis who does it. I swear to Jesus.
What's gonna happen is because since Bendis loves to retell his stories over and over again, he's gonna do the same exact thing with Captain America that he did with Nick Fury. It's gonna be the exact same story.
And it's gonna be repeating itself. Yes, exactly, and that's gonna. Oh, if they do that, it's going to so piss me off. Because again, I'm a Bendis fan. I like Bendis' stuff. I still friggin' read Powers, even though he fucking reprints all his Newsarama interviews in the back.
And charges you more money.
And charges more money for it. And yet, it's like now I'm getting it's getting to the point where I can see all the tricks that he does. You know, you've seen his tricks enough times, like you see a magician enough times, you know what card's going to come out of that deck. Mm-hmm. And if that's going to be the case, Bendis either got to reshuffle that deck or get a new deck of cards or do something, because I myself am just getting a little fed up with what he's doing. Like, what's the one thing that's getting really old, okay? This fucking thing right here, right? New Avengers.
Luke Cage and the sometimes New Avengers.
Yeah, Luke Cage and sometimes. And it's like... And didn't we have a talk about that? That this book is essentially Heroes for Hire. Mm-hmm. And what happened here, I will say one thing. At least they didn't drag out the whole Luke Cage working for Norman Osborn plot that they set up in the last issue. Mm-hmm. Another writer would have had Luke Cage doing things for Norman Osborn for like a whole year before he got the payoff here. So Bendis, at the very least, got Luke Cage to just do a 180 on it, bam, right from the get-go. What did I say about Hawkeye? Shouldn't let anybody else be Hawkeye? Mm-hmm. What happens here, right here at the end of Mighty Avengers number 49? Fucking Ronin says we got to go after the other Avengers and take our names back or whatever.
Well, which is the same thing that Ronin did in Secret Invasion number 6, except instead of saying that, he's like, I'm gonna go kill me a ton of Skrulls.
We're gonna kill them all.
And then he puts his mask on.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the same fucking thing.
It's like when David Caruso puts the glasses on in CSI.
Or he goes, takes them off.
Then
he says his line.
And then
it's the same fucking thing, but now it's so
This should cue,
ridiculous.
like, The Who. Every time Clint Barton says something, dude, like, we won't get fooled. We won't get fooled again. Damn it. Right there. But it's... And now he's like making it seem like there's going to be a big blowout between the New Avengers and the Dark Avengers.
In issue 50, double-sized issue.
Yeah, but okay, let's be honest. Dark Avengers just launched. It's issue number 1, just launched. Do we really think the New Avengers are going to win? Really? Honestly?
No, because Bendis likes writing superheroes, or heroes, as being stupid.
Yes! It's more and more they're coming across as stupid. I remember reading this and going, wow, now you know why villains spend so much time plotting and waiting. Because, in a way, that strategy actually really works in the long term, whereas superheroes are like, screw that, we're just jumping in, we're doing whatever. And they come across as idiots. And I know that the New Avengers are at a disadvantage because Tony Stark is on the run right now, and they don't have the advantage of his cranium. Although, wait, isn't Peter Parker kind of a smart guy?
No, yeah.
Isn't he when you put him on this team, isn't he de facto the smartest guy in the room? If Tony Stark is on the New Avengers, Peter Parker, he's smarter than Wolverine. He's smarter than Clint Barton. He's smarter than Luke Cage. He's the most brilliant guy on the team. How come he isn't saying, look, this is the way we should do things?
And when the person who maybe should be the leader, Captain America, acts like a complete douchebag in the entire issue, what is Bendis doing?
I know, the new Captain America, Bucky, has just been brought on board here, and... which is another thing that kind of annoys me. Are they bringing him on board, or is he just like...
Because he just seems moping around.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing this baby here? I didn't know there was going to be a baby. I said you could stay here, but I didn't know you were going to bring a baby with you. He's like, says it like 5 times.
New Avengers is back. Is just gone back. And
I like the fact that Sentry and Ares are on the cover, but they're nowhere in the book.
Well, they're in the book, I think Ares is like in the background from time to time, but Sentry's nowhere to be found.
No, well, because they show the Mike Deodato picture of
the picture, right?
They're there,
yeah, that's
but
true.
They don't show up in the book.
True.
But again.
And I liked New Avengers when it first started. I thought it had a very strong concept in the beginning, but as soon as the team started coming together, Bendis took it apart. You know, it's like Avengers assembled, disassembled. Avengers assembled, disassembled. The team doesn't get to stay together for more than a story arc or two. And same went with Mighty Avengers. They got together the Ultron saga, and then I even forgot whatever happened after that. Because
and then the Venom bomb.
The Venom bomb thing. And then after that, that was 2 story arcs.
Yeah, and then
those
the team
teams
was
got to stay
suspended.
together, and then everything's broken apart.
Yeah.
That's just getting... It gets really annoying when... This is like... just take any superheroes, put them in the book, and call them the Avengers. You're basically saying they're like a baseball team. As long as they're wearing a particular uniform, that they're the team. And with the Avengers, no. And I know, again, Bendis has a boner for Luke Cage. Total boner for Luke Cage. And it's the whole... And don't get me wrong, I love Jessica Jones. I love that book, Alias. I still don't know why the book got canceled. This book is fucking Alias half the time. Half the time, it's Luke Cage, Power Man, and company. And half the time it's Alias. And it's like, why not? Why call it Avengers? Call it something else. Or get Luke Cage out of the book. Give him his own damn book. You know, I'm getting pissed off about it. But anyway, we didn't mean to start on Avengers. That was supposed to be later, but it's done. So I'm closing the book on this fucker. And when we come back, we're going to talk about this.
Close a book on something else.
Close a book on something else. We hope we see you then.